Hey, ChrisLand21 here, just trying to make sure it's playing, recording, whatever you want to call it. But people are starting to understand why I run 2 Stygiant now. But I want to show why I run 2 Raven. So I shuffled it, drew 5 cards, and this isn't stats at all. I just drew 5 and see if I had Raven in my first hand. So, first 5 cards: Judgment, Raven, Avenger, Archfiend, and Armageddon Knight. And for draw turn is Torrential Tribute. So, this would be my starting hand. This would be actually a very good starting hand, and I will show you why. Alright, let's go Armageddon Knight. Say they let the effect go off, because they don't know what I'm running, so they want to see a little bit. Now let's send Stygiant to the grave. Shuffle the deck. This isn't stats at all. I'm not stacking this. Alright? Send this to the grave. And this is the main reason why I like Raven. I'll set the Torrential and set the Judgment. Use Stygiant's effect to banish it. And special summon Raven. Use Raven's effect twice. Putting this at a level 4. And then I have these 2 in the grave. So I have a 4 and a 4. So I can either Exceed for Maestro, or I can Synchro for Darkened Dragon. So I have 3 options I can go for right now. I can go him, or him. And in this situation, I would go Darkened Dragon, just so I have the big boss, 2600 boss monster out. And that is, like, one of the main reasons why I run him. Because I can special summon him with Stygiant's effect. So I have another target for it. Where if you have Plague, you can't do that. You have to either special summon it from the grave, by its own effect, or normal summon it. Or special summon it by other means, like Call of Haunted, Monster Reborn, stuff like that. But the fact that I can use Stygiant's effect on Raven makes it a little bit more playable in my eyes. I mean, I just got a level 8 out first turn with no effort at all. I mean, I didn't have to. It was literally just a 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically 4 effects, right? Because this would be 1 effect, 2 effects, 3 effects. Alright, 3 effects. Now, you guys may be thinking that I just minus there. But in the long run, I actually plus. Why? Because I emptied my hand. So, and that's the next card. Not stats at all. That's my next card. This is the next card. Use the special summon. Search out Launcher. Or, I mean, you could just get this, normal summon it. Use effect on Avenger and Synchro summon, but that's not what you're going to want to do. Where is it? You're going to want to get Launcher. Activate Launcher, use Launcher's effect. Special. Special. And this is how I play Infirmities. Use his effect. Grab Mirage. Shuffle the deck because I don't think I'll be searching anymore this turn. Well, I may. And basically, I'm going to push for game without using a loop. I have normal summon, so I'll normal summon Mirage. I'll sync for my Mistworm. Mistworm's effect. Pop the monsters in back row, or pop 3 of them. Use Mirage's effect. Send it to the grave. Special. Use Archqueen's effect. So I am going to search again. Add break. And honestly, right now, I have, let's see here. Here's 31. So I have 4,900 attacks that I can deal. It's not as much as I would want to go for game. So I would sync for a 5. Go side jump. I would just pop their back row and leave their monster. Why? Because of his effect. So it'd basically be, this would be 31. Alright, I won't be able to push for game right now because the most I can get is 31 unless our monster's in attack position. 31. No, it's not 31. Why am I thinking 31? It's 51. See, I'd be able to push for game. Because 51, then if I leave their monster or if they set a monster, be able to attack for 3,000 directly. So 51, 81, right? It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 81. So I mean, I didn't use barrier or anything. I was able to get all this stuff out. I mean, have him out, him being a dominant threat, make sure they can't overextend. I mean, I probably used his effect once, so I probably wouldn't be able to push for game this turn. But I mean, that is why I run Raven, because I didn't loop them at all. I mean, yeah, I did use Launcher and Mirage, but those were assist cards so that I could get out. I mean, I didn't do the actual loop with 100 Eyes. 100 Eyes, Void Ogre, Doom Dragon, I didn't do those. I mean, the fact that I have another one of these in my deck just means I can probably call a haunted that, get it in the grave, and set it for later plays. I mean, this is basically how I run the deck. I mean, this wasn't a stat game at all. I mean, the fact that I top deck him, is basically what this deck does. Top decks Archfiend, or top decks Mirage. Anyone that knows Infernities, that's what they do. They top deck. But I just want to show you guys a starting hand with Raven and what it can do. I mean, honestly, if you think this was a bad thing, I mean, yes, there is a event failing. Yes, I do know that. But this was as if they didn't play event failure, because I just want to show you guys that. I mean, Infernities will probably be a little bit more dominant. I mean, really, it's like I don't want Infernities to be dominant than I kind of do, because there's more likely going to be an Infernity Barrier reprint if the deck gets more popular. But I mean, let's say I didn't go for game. My next card was Necromancer. All the shit I could do with Necromancer with this setup. Basically summon it to defense. I could get him out, or I could go for another search and have another 18 out. I could do a lot of stuff. I mean, the fact that I top deck this means I get another attack and another search. The fact that I had this set means I can banish that, or if I have to, one of these. I mean, if I had a tour guide in this deck, I'd probably go for a Levier, so I could get that back, special summon it. I mean, I do run Levier in my DN deck, and get him back, the seed, do a bunch of shenanigans. It's just, the deck that I run runs well. It runs with the way I play. I don't play the loop. If I get the loop off, great. But I don't rely on the loop. As you've seen, I did not use 100 Eyes is not my first up. It's not always my first choice. Void Ogre most of the time is because he's almost like a Xian. Xian with 3000. I mean, he's really good. But it's just, this is basically how I run Inferno. I use him quite a bit. Why? Because I get Avenger and Avenger a lot, and I get Archfiend a lot. And honestly, one of the coolest things that I like to do is have Stygiant and Avenger. Because there's that, then I can get another summon. I mean, I like to do that a lot. That's just, I just did this to show you guys, this is why I run Raven. Because without Raven, I wouldn't, have this guy out. I wouldn't have been able to dump Avenger and Inferno Archfiend into the grave if for my so my top deck Archfiend would have been as good, because I would have had to probably go Avenger, just go for the 5. But because I had the 2 in grave, I could go for a Mirage or Launcher to get those 2 back and sync for him. The fact that I could do that made it more playable. And that is what I'm trying to stress to you guys. The Raven doesn't hurt the deck. Yes, it is somewhat situational, but whenever you get it, you use it. I mean, you set your back row, ditch the monsters, because a lot of times you want the monsters in the grave, unless it's Mirage, which I've had a situation where it's Mirage and Raven in the hand, and I'm like, which one do I want to do? Because it's just hard. I mean, sometimes he's not as good, but a lot of times when you get him, you use him. You summon him, synchro summon, and then you go off. It's just that simple. And I don't know how long I've been talking. I hope it hasn't been too long, but I hope you guys did enjoy this. Just a little insight on how I play my deck and why I use, give me a second here, why I use him. I mean, the fact that I'm limited on what I can synchro summon with him does hurt his playability a little bit, but the fact that I run Darkened Dragon makes him more and more playable. Because I can go him, or I can go him. I mean, if I want to, I could just gone Guide Knight and not use it as a fed. There's no way I would have gone on a Raven because I didn't have 3. But I wouldn't have wanted to go on Raven anyway because it wouldn't have helped me at all. I mean, I had 2 cards in hand, wouldn't have been able to get a draw, so. But I'm just, I just want to show you guys that he is a good card in Inferno, because I emptied my hand. I didn't minus as much as you think I did. If you're talking about minuses for cards, yes, you could say I minus. So I minus 2 and gain 1. Well, I minus 1, gain 0. Synchro, that'll be a minus 1 because you have to use 2, so that's a minus 1. But the overall gain is basically, that was a 2-turn win. Him, they have to worry about him being out there with 26, so they have to either get Guy Knight out there to get over it. Stardust can attack over him. Basically, I mean, if he had Stardust out, good chance when you brought him out, you would have popped that. Then you probably probably would have had to wait another turn. It's just, there's so much stuff. I mean, even if you didn't, you had the frame break there that you could set and get him out of the way, because you either have to destroy it or get his, use his effect to send it to the grave so you get that directly. I'm just saying, there's so many options that he can open up. But a lot of people are stuck on Plague and using him with Archfiend. Because yes, that is a good combo. Archfiend in hand, or you honestly, when I ran Plague, I did this a lot. Search Archfiend, special summon Plague, return Archfiend to the top of the deck so I could draw in special summon the next turn. That is what I did a lot. That was back when I used Beetles and Plague. Now I went for more of a aggressive strategy type one. Like, a lot of people don't see this. I mean, a lot of people don't. I mean, a lot of people have been like, okay, summon out Armageddon Knight, probably banish or send to grave your Stygian and wait a turn. Or special, yeah, wait a turn, or special summon your Avenger. A lot of people won't go as soon as they send the Stygian to the grave, use it right that turn. Some people will. I think will. I want to check my time real quick. Oh wow, I am longer than I thought. So I will end it here. Hope you guys really enjoyed this, because I just keep wanting to explain this deck and why I run it like I do. So it's Chris121. Peace.